Airbus has 3. It's called, they're color coded. There's the green, the yellow, and the blue system. So each system has different things that are its duties or things that are assigned to those systems. There's some interaction between the systems, backup features, all right, for one system to back up another feature, a system. When you're on the ground and you're taxiing in an Airbus and you hear what's called the barking dog underneath of you, you're either pulling up to the gate or you're pushing back from the gate and you hear that awful sound of underneath of you. That's 2 of the systems are out of sync, PSI wise, pounds per square inch. And so it's trying to equalize the pressure between the systems, and it's a pump that runs, and it's really awful and super annoying. Now, the 3 systems now are all responsible for different things. What sort of things would each system be responsible for? Well, each system itself has a reservoir, pumps, and then its primary duties. The primary duties would include things like the flight controls, the landing gear. The landing gear is what we call the heavy hitters because it takes a lot of hydraulic pressure to get those landing gear to come up into the airplane. Not so much for them to come down, but for them to come back up. There's a lot of pressure on the gear and they're heavy. So on my Boeing airplane, we've got what's called an air-driven pump. It's a backup pump that only kicks in when it's needed, when you're asking for an overload to bring the gear up primarily. So the Airbus now that's a heavy hitter on the Airbus. The brakes, the nose wheel steering, all right, and the thrust reversers. We've already heard about the nose wheel steering. Which system is the nose wheel steering in on an Airbus? Now, I'm not an Airbus guy, so you Airbus guys chime in if I get this wrong, but I've been told it's on the yellow system. So that tells me that the yellow system is out on this airplane, or that's the one they're having a problem with. So if the yellow system is out, they know ahead of time that they're not going to have any nose wheel steering. Why is that important? Well, when they roll down and they're rolling out on the runway, they got to get that airplane off the runway. They don't have the nose wheel steering. The tiller that's over to the left of the captain probably isn't going to move because there's no hydraulics with that nose wheel steering. So they know that they're going to have to come to a full stop on the runway. How do they keep it straight on the runway? Well, when you first touch down, the airplane is actually still flying. So you're using some of the flight controls. Then as you get slowed down, you're using differential braking to keep the airplane straight. So both brakes, when you push the brakes on this side, it only applies the right side, same on the left side. So you can use differential braking to keep the airplane straight. You don't need nose wheel steering, but it's nice when you want to get off the runway.